Hi and good morning everyone. My name is Aino Afifah and I'm here today to talk about one of forecasting method which is moving average. And first of all, let me introduce you my team members which are Nisrin, Nurhan and also Bob. Next, my aim with the presentation is to get you to understand what is moving average in forecasting. To do that, we will be talking about the definition, types of moving average, the example of calculation, and the last one, application of moving average. Next, I will give this presentation to Nisrin, which she will explain about the definition of moving average.
So I will start the presentation with the definition of the moving average itself. So actually, a moving average is a series of averages calculated from historic data. In time series forecasting, a moving average process is used to predict long-term trends from the time series data while smoothing out short-term fluctuations. This moving average was developed in the 1920s, and this moving average time series modeling is the oldest techniques used in smooth data processing and remains very useful today. It addresses a crucial problem data scientists faces when dealing with time series data, which is differentiating spikes from an establishing trend. So the most common example is stock price prediction using machine learning, where minor events of the week can send the market prices in disarray before settling down again in a few days. Incorporating the latest trends in future values can be disastrous without regulations. So actually this moving average model in time series can handle these fluctuations and smoothen them to give better forecast results for the near future. So I will pass the presentation to the next presenter, which is Bob, and he will present about the type of this moving average.
Thank you very much, Nisrin, for that introduction about moving average. My name is Bukenya Bob Julius, and I'm going to take you through the different types of moving average. So let us dive right into it. There are two different types of moving average that I'm going to explain, and the first one is simple moving average, also known as SMA, which is a fundamental demand forecasting approach that analyzes and predicts future demand trends based on actual existing historical data of a company, of a business, or any firm that is setting out to carry out the process of demand forecasting. This technique is effective when a business needs to smooth out the short-term changes in demand while identifying long-term patterns. So, how is this simple moving average done? It involves calculating the average of a set of historical demand data points over a specific period of time, which could be months, years, anything that the or any other unit based on the nature of the business and the demand patterns being analyzed in the demand forecast process. So SMS smoothens the data by eliminating short-term fluctuations, making it simpler to spot underlying trends and serves as an estimate for the next period's demand. So this is just a brief formula. This is the formula for simple moving average, which is the summation of the demand in the previous n periods divided by the number of periods in the moving average, which is n. So the calculation will be done by Bruhan after me presenting this. So that is it about simple moving average. The second type of moving average is weighted moving average, which is also known as WMA, which is a forecasting approach that assigns different weights to different actual data points in a data set that represent historical demand values over specific time periods. The different specific time periods I had indicated as before, they could be years, months, quarters, or anything. So the only difference with weighted moving average from simple moving average is that here we attach a weight, multiply a weight to the data set, to the data points, then that's how we find the value. So unlike simple moving average, all data points are treated equally, where data points are treated equally, weighted moving average allows for a more customized approach by giving varying relevance to different periods when a detectable trend is present in the existing data. So as I mentioned before, it's all about adding a weight to each data point in the in the data point in question. So each historical demand value is assigned a weight based on its relevance. This practice makes forecasting techniques more responsive to changes because more recent periods may be heavily weighted, indicating that they have a greater impact on the forecast. So the choice of the assigned weights is determined arbitrarily based on factors like expert judgment and experience, historical patterns that have been observed, or market analysis. But we should take note that if the most recent period is overly weighted, the forecast may reflect a large unusual change in demand or sales pattern too quickly. So if depending on the choice of the assigned weight, you should assign a weight that is not too big, so that it doesn't give us a value or a forecast that may not be reliable, because these assigned weights are determined arbitrarily based on experience and judgment of the people making the decisions. So weighted moving average is calculated by multiplying each demand value by its corresponding assigned weight and summing up the weighted values and then dividing that total by the sum of the assigned weights. Thank you very much. In case of any questions, please reach out to any of us. Bruhan is next with the calculations about moving average. Thank you very much.
Bismillah. In my recording, I will be covering the calculation part of our presentation. Since my other talk teammates Nasreen and Bob have already discovered and introduced the topic and also discussed the types of the moving average concept. So in my calculation, I will be giving two examples. The first example relates to the simple moving average concept. This is the most basic form of moving average, which calculates the average of set of data points in a specified period of time. For example, if we are going to calculate a 3-month average of company sales revenue, we should use this formula. The moving average concept is the summation of sales in a previous n period divided by n, where n is the number of periods in that moving average. So that moving average period will be 4 weeks, 3 weeks more than that, and also can be months, 3 months, 2 months, like that. So in our example, we have this example. We have this column where are the sales revenue from January to December, and also the sales revenue. This is the cost, the sales revenue in dollar or USD. So this is how we calculate 3-month average using this historical data. So we will start from this month, April, and it will be the summation of all these past 3 months divided by n, where n is the 3, so it gives you 150, I mean. So this is how you calculate 3-month moving average to predict or to forecast what is going on maybe in the future and will be the future performance of this. So, and you calculate the other 3 months according to this. So for example, for November, we will calculate this month, and this month, and divide by 3 will give you this number. Also, you can get from the calculation. So I think this is clear. Next is the weighted moving average. So this is not this is the same as the previous symbol moving average, but it was calculated based on the most recent data points, or will give greater weight to the most recent data. So, for example, this method is important to give giving the importance to the most recent data. For example, uh, now for February, it gives the most important to the March, the first month, second month, and third month, like that. So this is very important. So, for example, if we assign weights 3, 4, 1, 3 to 1 to maybe sales revenue of for this, we'll calculate based on this. So the moving average concept, weight moving average, you can get by summing of weight of the period, maybe 3 times the sales in that period times divided by sum of all will be 6. So as an example, this example, so you see the same as the previous example, but the calculation is somehow quite different. As you see, this is the 200 times 3 most recent will give the maximum weight. So this is 3 times 2 times 150 times 1 least recent chain will be the least recent divided by 6 gives you this number. So this is how to calculate the 3-month weighted average. So you can calculate also the remaining according to that. So it gives you the 3-month weighted average. So this is the difference between these two. I think you have understood. Maybe if you have any questions, you can ask us in the link. Thank you.
In my section, I will focus on three major applications regarding to moving average, which one of them is finance and stock market analysis. Moving average is applied in various of analysis, especially in finance and also stock market. And one of the analyses that need to use moving average is the technical analysis, which it helps to identify trends and price momentum in stock prices, making them a key tool in technical analysis. Next, trading signal also need to use moving average in order to differentiate moving average, for example, the 50-day and also 200-day moving average in order to generate buy or sell signals. And the last one is the volatility measurement, which it needs to use moving average in order to assess the volatility of an asset's price by calculating various moving average types, such as the Bollinger Bands. Next, I will focus on the application of moving average for time series analysis. Moving average is applicable for smoothing data and also forecasting, which it helps to remove noise and fluctuations in time series data, making it easier to identify underlying trends and patterns. And also, moving average helps to create forecasts for future data points, making them useful in predicting future trends or values. And finally, I would like to highlight moving average can be applied for quality control and demand forecasting in operations and manufacturing, which it can use to monitor and control the quality of products in manufacturing processes, ensuring consistency and identifying deviation from the desired standards. And also, the moving average helps to predict future demand for their products, helping with inventory management and production planning. And finally, there are some things that we would like to emphasize about moving average. The first one is that a moving average is a set of average derived from historical data which is used to predict long-term trends from time series data while smoothing out short-term variation. And also the last one is moving average can help to smooth out data volatility and noise, making it simpler to spot underlying trends and patterns. This can help to increase the data clarity and decision making. And these are the references from the presentation that we presented just now. And the last one is that uh, the- I would like to thank you to all of you for your attention and also interest. Before we ending our video, we would like to open a Q&A section, and if anyone has any question, please feel free to ask and we will do our best to answer. Don't forget to drop out the questions in the comment section below. Thank you.